Greetings candidates, Virinius here, and today we'll talk about the Water Materia. I've been using the Water Materia lately on Sorcerer and I've found out that it's a good alternative to Fire. In fact, it can be just as rewarding as Fire, so here are my top 3 reasons why you should pick up the Water Materia. My number 1 reason is that Water requires less skill. If you're not a sorcerer, it can deal a total of 60 damage since each water orb deals 20 damage. Compare this with a level 3 Firaga which deals 77 damage. The difference in damage is not that big. For sorcerers with a fully upgraded staff, water will deal 24 damage per orb. If all water orbs hit, it will deal a total of 72 damage. And if you're a sorcerer and you have the precise casting passive equipped, a critical hit will deal 36 damage per water orb. So if all of those orbs hit, we're looking at a total of 108 damage. While Fire has a higher overall damage output for sorcerers, you have to consider that Fire has a steep learning curve. You have to learn how to be good with it before you can make the most out of it. Even worse, when playing team games, there is a risk of you hitting your own teammates. Compare that with Water, which auto-locks and chases enemies. You don't need a lot of practice to make it hit. It's also easier to avoid hitting your teammates since it can curve around. And considering the upcoming tournament in Japan, the developers noted that Water will no longer damage teammates in the next patch. The second reason is that Fire is in high demand. A lot of builds have Fire as their core materia. Ninjas, for example, need Fire in order to dish out a lot of burst damage. Sometimes you will end up in teams where you're all competing for the Fire Materia, and as a sorcerer, sometimes you won't be able to level it up to Firaga, especially if you're playing in the Midgar plate side. By replacing Fire with Water, you can give space for your teammates without completely sacrificing your damage output. The third reason is that nothing can mitigate water damage. In Season 3, they introduced the Firing, which reduces fire damage taken by half. They also introduced Thundering, which mitigates thunder damage taken by half. No such accessory exists to mitigate water damage. Sure, the Firing is a rare drop, but if the enemy does have it, it will make them a bit harder to defeat. Fortunately, you won't run into this issue with Water. So those are my top 3 reasons why you should use Water, and if you're still not convinced that Water is worth your time, let me show you this gameplay footage when I played with Shiny Shinryu on stream. We were playing in East Asia server and it was a really hot drop, and right away we got into an engagement with a very good Japanese team, and I'll show you what happened next.
Right. Last take. Come on. It's like 6 a.m. I'm just gonna record this. Plug it. Enemy attack. Damn, I don't even know how to feel. Hey, I can't even tell what's real. Yeah, I just want you to come chill. Hey, I thought that was good. Hey, why y'all playing these games? Yeah, why you like playing these games? Whoa, why you still playing these games? Yeah, why you keep playing these games? Yeah, I'm just I'ma get lost in the smoke. Yeah, you getting stuck in my mind. Hey, just don't waste on my time. Damn, why y'all playing these games? Yeah, why you like playing these games? Whoa, why you still playing these games? Yeah, why you keep playing these games? Yeah, I just wanna.
So that's it candidates. If you like this video, throw some water orbs at the like button and melee stagger the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one candidates. Good luck, have fun, enjoy the game.